I'm James again, and welcome to another Story Time with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit me on the Cash App. Hit me on the Cash App so I can purchase paint, acrylic paint, masking tape, and paint brushes. It's just that simple. Okay, we're gonna be doing an oldie but goodie. Okay, this one is called Creature Feature. Check it out. Later on. Story time. This story is called Creature Feature. Creature Feature. Man, when I was young, the monsters and stuff like that were totally different from the monsters now. Today, y'all got Jason, Freddy Krueger, Hellraiser, the guy with the stick pins in his head, Scarecrow, Candyman, and the Chainsaw Massacre. Y'all had all of that. Y'all had all of that. All of that. Which were terrifying. They were terrifying, but when I was a kid, I was terrified of our monsters. Okay? Now, I'm talking about the big time 5 monsters. The 5 monsters that used to scare the living daylights out of us. And that Creature Feature music. Down, 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 doom, 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 down, 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 doom, doom, down, down, doom, doom, down, down, doom, doom, down, 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 down. Yeah, man. Now the 5 monsters that we were exposed to, which used to scare us to death, which now I look at it now and I say, what in the world was wrong with me? What was I scared of this for? It's so phony. Okay. Number 1. Frankenstein. Frankenstein monster. Frankenstein, he would walk around with his arms out. And he would kill people. He would kill people by strangling them. That was scary, wasn't it? Huh? Yeah, he would choke people out, choke them and stuff like that. And the only thing he was afraid of was fire. So you can get a torch and he'd be It wasn't scary at all. It wasn't scary. But back then, we were terrified. I wouldn't watch it by myself. I had to have my sister and them and my brother and everybody in the room and my mother. Because I looked up to my mother to protect us. Or my father or somebody. I looked up to them to protect us. But Frankenstein, I tried to look at Frankenstein. One day, I think it was on Netflix one day. Frankenstein's monster. So I said, hey, well, let me take a look at this. And I watched like maybe 5 minutes of it. Then I had to cut it off. Don't have the same impact it did. It doesn't have the same impact of a child's mind. Okay, then Frankenstein, I think, was the slowest, other than the Mummy. You know, he was walking. He had one hand sewed to his body, and this the hand he would grab somebody's neck with. He would strangle you to death. You know, he would strangle you to death. First of all, how in the world is this guy going to catch you? You can dance around this guy. You can dance around him. But the Mummy would come. He was from King Tut's tomb or something. He would the same movement over and over. But once again, we were terrified of this. This stuff terrified us. It wasn't no stuff that now, the stuff now is startling realism. This stuff looks so real that maybe it could be real, maybe, you know, it could be real. You be thinking it could be real, you know, but you know, yeah, the Mummy was phony. It was, the Mummy couldn't do nothing to nobody, but he would always catch people. He would always catch people. He would stalk them out. He just keep coming behind you, keep walking. And I'm talking about they were walking like turtles. They walk like turtles. So, you know, and you can dance, like I said, you can dance around them and run, and you can poke them. Okay. Next up to bat was Dracula. Man, I don't know. I think Dracula could hold his own. He can hold his own. I won't say Dracula was all that phony, but when he hypnotized people, he'd be, especially women, he'd be like, "Oh, come here, come here, come here." You know, he would hypnotize them to mesmerize them or whatever you call it, and then he would bite their neck. What is this, the biting of the neck, though? Like the monsters nowadays, they just rip your head off. They would rip your head off. They would rip your inside, your intestines out. Say, you know, they would rip your intestines out or something like that. What angle is he getting at? Biting somebody's neck. Like somebody's going to stand there, but I guess he got to mesmerize you first, you know. Then you got to drive a stake in his heart and stuff like that. But Dracula, he could turn into a bat. So Dracula was kind of cool. I think Dracula could survive in the movies today. If they made a good Dracula, like with him flying and stuff like that, like they do nowadays, everything's flying. If he was flying and stuff like that, he probably could survive today. Next up the bat, the werewolf. The tippy toe. But later on, there was a monster. There was a werewolf. It was called, I guess it was the werewolf in London or something like that. But that werewolf was kind of bad, you know. But the old werewolf was just a man with hair all over his face. Now, the werewolf would tear you apart. He would tear you apart. But come on, man. Come on. He was just like the living dead. He was just like the living dead, I guess. If he bit you or something like that, you would turn into a werewolf or something. But it wasn't scary. It wasn't scary at all. They had a thing with werewolf versus Frankenstein. And I think I gave Frankenstein the edge on that. I think Frankenstein won, but something happened where the whole castle caved in. And you know, they never let nobody win anyway. They want to make it like it was a draw, you know. Then the creature from the Black Lagoon. Come on, man. Look, and we were scared of that too. We were afraid of it. The creature from the Black Lagoon would hide in the water. And he was like a lizard. He was green. And he had little things that open like gills, like gills. He would come out. But he couldn't do nothing. He can only attack you if you get near the water. And then he would come out, and he wasn't fast either. No. They wasn't fast back in the day. They was and then you stand there. You do that. That was the thing then. People stand there. And then they would kill you. That was the thing then. Nowadays, people are sprinting. They running down the street full speed. And they catch them. I saw a Living Dead. There's a new Living Dead that was out. These Living Deads was sprinting. They were sprinting. And people couldn't get away from them. People couldn't get away from them. They were fast. They were catching people, eating them, and just going, keep on running. Man, it's crazy. This is crazy, boy. And then it was the Living Dead back in the day. Now, when the Living Dead first came out, it was old. It was real old. I forget what year. I guess it was in the 70s when Living Dead came out. And it was a different type of monster picture. Now, that right there would kind of scare me from like the mid 70s, the late 70s, something like that, until like 80 something. Because the Living Dead, and that's why they continue making it. They continue making the Living Dead, you know, because it was a good movie. When it first came out, though, it was they were so slow that you can run circles around them too. But they were a little more gruesome. They were a little more gruesome, especially for the time. For the 70s, that was terrible, you know. Actually, they didn't even want to show that, but they couldn't stop it. When you go to the drive-in or the movies to see it, they couldn't stop it. Yeah, man. That was, the Living Dead was the ultimate. And we got the Living Dead, the first Living Dead. The first Living Dead. Zombies. And that's a classic movie. That was a classic movie. Man, but that's it, man. The Frankenstein, the Mummy, the werewolf, Dracula, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. If y'all don't know who the creature from the Black Lagoon is, look it up on Google. I'm sure Google got all of them on there. Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein was so slow, that you could kick him in the knee over and over and probably bring him down. You know? Yep. But nowadays, it's so realistic that I don't even like looking at monster movies no more. I don't like horror movies. First of all, they're too predictable and they too phony. And when they play the music, it's letting you know something's finna happen. When it start raising up, that now you get yourself ready, you know. That's it's just phony, man, you know. But I watch mostly drama movies or movies about that are real. And I watch some action, you know, and I love comedy. But man, yeah, these movies today are very realistic. So that's why I don't watch them, because they just, some of them just target the gross stuff, you know, like cutting people, you know, they I don't know who thinks of this stuff. They sit around, okay, look, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, he's gonna make an incision in his stomach. He's gonna reach in, grab his kidneys. He's gonna bite it and throw it away. Then he's gonna reach in and grab his liver, bite it and throw it away. Then he's gonna pull his intestines out like a rope, like this. And while the person is still alive, screaming for bloody murder, he's gonna sit there and sit. Man, come on, man. I don't know. Let me get back to this line for. Okay, that's it, y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with everyone so everyone can get this experience. All right? Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair dance.